Okay, so the full trailer for Mortal Kombat dropped yesterday, and it's got a lot more information in it. It's got more action. More is revealed. They reveal all the characters, or at least they reveal more characters. So let's just jump into it. Okay, so the opening scene from the trailer, it appears to be someone they're searching for. They refer to a fugitive. We see that it's Noob Saibot. Um, and they find him, and he actually freezes. He freezes the bullet in the air as the guy is attempting to shoot him. Um, it's a cool visual effect. It's a very cool visual effect. I think the only time previously that I've seen this would be in The Incredibles when Frozone froze the police officer and stopped the bullet in the air. So it's cool to see this in a live action movie. And then he rips his arms off, and this is like our first indication of why this movie is rated R. And this also tells us that Noob Saibot is the new Sub-Zero. It tells those of us that know who Sub-Zero is and who Noob Saibot is, that this is the new Sub-Zero. The reveal actually comes later on in the trailer. And in the next scene, we hear Cole's name.
It had the same marking you do, Cole.
So we get the character reveal. It wasn't Johnny Cage. It is in fact Cole. And of course, it's still possible that the name Johnny Cage is a stage name and his real name is Cole. That's apparently a theory that's running out on the internet right now. Plus, if I'm not mistaken, Cole isn't actually an original character from any of the games. Then we get a few scenes intercut here and there with Sonja telling Cole about this great tournament and how it's been referenced throughout centuries by other civilizations. And within that voiceover, we have a really quick shot of the back of Mileena. She's walking towards the horizon. We don't know where. This is, I think, our first reveal that Mileena will be in this. Also, our first possible reveal, which is in this trailer, of Raiden being in it, is again right after Sonja is talking to Cole about this tournament. You can see two fighters in, looks like it might be a warehouse or something. Looks like they're getting ready to fight, but one of them's got the pointed hat on, which is that's Raiden. Then we get to it more of Scorpion's reveal. It's interesting that they show him picking up a spike that's got a rope on it, and he kind of coils that up, and he's using that. So this is clearly, I mean, I pointed this out in my last video that yeah, I figured out that he was Scorpion by the cast listing. This shows it more that he is in fact Scorpion, and looks like they're gonna have him use that instead of making it come out of his hand like they did in the original movie. And once again, this scene is much more bloody, much more violent than we've seen before, hence the R rating. Then we come to the character reveals, where we get Sonja, we get the name drops. Sonja, Kano, Liu Kang, Jax, Kung Lao, and Raiden. So we get a whole bunch of name reveals right there, and they show us each character. So that's really cool. And Jax is actually the same character we saw at the beginning of the trailer who was fighting Noob Saibot. His arms, they're robotic, and he's the one who got his arms frozen and then ripped off. So that's Jax. Shortly after the name drop, we get another shot of Mileena, and she's licking one of her thighs, which this is pretty much, I think this tells us a lot about her character. You know, I looked her up, and she's apparently kind of cannibalistic, or that's what she's kind of become. So that's, I mean, she's licking blood off of it. It's kind of gross, honestly, from my perspective. But again, I think that points towards the R rating. And of course, right after that is when we get a shot of Shao Khan, and it's not him. It looks more like it's a statue or a shrine built to I guess honor or venerate him. Now I love the shot of Liu Kang using, I believe it's his fire power. He's using that power to light up the ground, and it makes the Mortal Kombat symbol. I think that's the coolest. That's just super cool. right here, this dragon made out of fire, um, facing whoever it is that he's fighting. That's just a super cool effect. And right after that, we get the reveal of Goro. Now, honestly, this Goro looks so much better than the Goro from the original movie. I know that special effects have greatly improved, but honestly, he only slightly looks a little bit plastic when he's down on the ground, but as he's jumping into the air, he looks much realer. So it's quite, I mean, it's quite possible that this is early footage. Movie doesn't come out for another month. Um, they probably have a couple weeks left before they have to get it to theaters. So it's quite possible that this is not the final look of Goro. I mean, I just mean it'll probably improve. It probably won't look as fake. I mean, I can hope it won't look as fake. But I think this is way better than the original one. The original movie, he looked like a stop motion plastic action figure, and it was just not good, even for the state of effects back then. That was just not good. This is way better, way better. And then we get to the reveal. I kind of wish that they hadn't done this in the trailer and instead had done it, had left it for when the movie lands. But we get Noob Saibot saying that he is Sub-Zero.
I am Sub-Zero.
And then they cut to Noob Saibot and Scorpion in a fight. They're fighting, and Noob Saibot, Sub-Zero, he's doing some super awesome moves. One I thought was really cool. He hits him, and as the blood spurts out, he freezes it, grabs it in the air, and then stabs him in the back, I think. And we then hear Scorpion give his classic game tagline, "Get over here."
Get over here!
Now, hopefully, they'll have him say, "Come here," as well. Maybe not. I mean, I think it would be kind of cool if they did, because Scorpion often said both. He would say, "Come here," and then he would say, "Get over here." And he would say it after he threw the spike at his opponent and then pulled them back toward him. And that's at least what he appears to do in the trailer. He says it, and then he pulls the spike, and he yanks Noob Saibot toward him. And then we see a bunch of finishing moves that all these guys have. I'm sure they're all from the game. I recognize a couple of them. As I said in my previous reaction video, I was a fan of the game. I was not very good. So even though I could occasionally win, I could never do this. I never figured out how to do the finishing moves. And people showed me, I didn't get it. So, like I said, I'm a fan of the game, but wasn't very good at it. And right here is where we see Kano's finishing move. We see Reptile, it looks like, and Kano punches him in the chest and pulls his heart out. That was Kano's finishing move, the ability to pull the heart out of his enemy and show it to him right before his enemy dies. So yeah, this trailer gives us, I think, a lot more information. We see a lot more characters. There's a lot more action. Now we can tell why it's going to be R-rated. But I'm getting super excited for it. I'm really looking forward to it. Let me know what you think about the trailer below in the comments. Let me know if there's anything that you noticed that I've missed. There's probably a lot. And if you like this video, make sure you hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you hit subscribe and make sure you hit that notification bell so you can get notified of future videos. And we'll see you in the next one.